Hello, everybody. We are ready to go with our next run. Tech Crew is just grinding through these, just like our runners are grinding through their runs. So, I know you all enjoyed having one boy on your schedule this morning, but I was thinking, what if we had a second, slightly different boy? A Sackboy, if you will. Do I know what that is? Absolutely not. But I think firethieff is going to teach us. So firethieff, if you want to tell us what a Sackboy is, take it away.
Yeah, hi. I'm firethieff, of course, and I'm gonna show you what a Sackboy is. So, but before that, let me explain what Sackboy's prehistoric moves is. Since if you are familiar with Little Big Planet games, you might know Sackboy from there, but you might not know about Sackboy's prehistoric moves. So basically this is a tech demo that got turned into a spin-off game that got released on both the PSN store and it came bundled with some copies of Little Big Planet 2 later. And speaking of Little Big Planet 2, you might know the move pack from there and might be thinking, oh, this is just going to be the move pack since, you know, there's a move controller here. But no, actually this demo is actually meant for 2 people, minimum. So the move pack would use the face buttons on the move controller for jumping Sackboy and doing all sorts of stuff. But since this was not designed with one person in mind, I have to control Sackboy completely separately with the full rest of the controller, while also doing fancy stuff with the move controller here. I guess I'll just start off because you'll be able to see what I mean pretty much immediately. So time starts on first input. So I guess I'll just count it down from 3, 2, 1, go. The first thing you gotta do is calibrate the move controller, which I suck at. Hello? There we go. That was frustrating and difficult. I don't know why that never works for me, but here we go. So these purple blocks, I'm able to pick them up and move them around using the move controller. Like this. While I'm also just, you know, playing with this little Sackboy, our little mascot. Cute as can be. But it gets surprisingly difficult since I need to be holding the move controller in my right hand, so I can't really grab stuff easily while also grabbing stuff with the move controller, since I need to use the move controller's trigger button to grab all sorts of stuff here. And that occupies most of this hand. Oops, that's not the button I needed to press at all. I am very shaky. Darn. Okay, there we go. So, for the most part, this game is pretty much the same as any other Little Big Planet game. In fact, this is built directly on top of Little Big Planet 1, I believe. So the engine is the exact same. But it also does have a little bit of its own jank, I believe, since some of the stuff that you're moving with the move controller don't exactly do what you would, like, expect them to do. So, for example, if I go and, like, grab something twice, it might visually not move at all. You're supposed to open this guy up. I'll just do it. Like this, but you could be able to just jump on top of it with a precise jump. I'm not playing well at all. Damn. Okay. Give me this. But yeah, since it is technically just a tech demo that's supposed to showcase how you could be able to use the move controller to move stuff around within the Little Big Planet game engine, a lot of the gameplay is pretty straightforward, really. Like, there's not much that's also really interesting to, like, for gameplay wise, like, and speedrunning wise also, there aren't really any like clips or skips or anything like that. Like, of course, this game, since it is built on top of Little Big Planet 1, it would have the same that's an unfortunate death. It would have the same tricks that the normal Little Big Planet 1 has, like stuff like right corner jumps and stuff like that, but I'm stuck? Hello? Why is everything going like not correctly right now? This is what happens when you do it live. Time not... What did I just say? Damn, okay. I need to not scramble so much. But yeah, it's the only reason this game is difficult to speedrun is because it is one player, two controllers. Other than that, it's a very simple, floaty platformer. And, but, yeah. Like, there's really not much to say about the platform in itself if you're aware of Little Big Planet as a video game. But, well, yeah, if you're not, then it's a very floaty 2.5D platformer with 3 levels you can be on. Like, there's a middle layer, back layer, and a front layer. Right now I'm in the middle layer, I believe. You can see the layers here pretty well. So, like, since I'm up here, I need to hold down to... Actually, I don't need to... I'm very bad at speaking and gaming today, I'm so sorry. But yeah, like... The gameplay itself is, like, really, really smooth and fun. If it weren't for this darn move controller. And yeah, you can grab, you can jump, you can... Okay, thank God I didn't activate that checkpoint, because if I did and I had died, I would have lost all of my lives since it got pushed into that deathly gas down there. That's not... Really, I'm being very sloppy today, I'm sorry.
So the checkpoint can just get pushed away and then you don't get a checkpoint anymore?
Yeah, I mean... It's not even just that you don't have a checkpoint, it literally just will eat away all of your lives there. It's really, like, stuff like that really shows how, like, this is not a polished video game at all. This is pretty much just a tech demo to showcase, like, how you can use the move controller within the Little Big Planet engine. Oh yeah, you might notice I'm not watching the little scoreboard animation, I just return to the pod, to the menu instead. You don't need to watch it, it goes away while you're doing it, that little fade-in animation. Yeah, if you have any stuff you wanna talk about, there's really isn't much speed tech or anything to mention, so just talk away if you have something to say.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thank you to all of our raiders. We had a couple raids come in since the run started. Thank you to Earth to Bree for that huge 53-person raid. That's wild. And our upcoming runner, Shovel Claws, with the raid. Speaking of Shovel Claws, we are still just $6 away from that pepper grinder incentive. We are very, very close. It's almost there. And there's more. There's more on the other side. But we may never find out what is on the other side unless we meet that incentive first. So let's get that pepper grinder incentive and then see what bid wars and incentives we have got coming up after that. And I know I've said it, but I promise y'all want to see that. Pepper grinder is the kind of run I could watch on repeat. So the longer you make pepper grinder, the better.
You're supposed to push this cart, but you can just grab the purple thing behind it and just, you know, not do that. Very well made video game, huh?
I like keep forgetting that you're using the second controller to affect things, because like things just happen and I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm like, no, you had to like do that. That's so hard.
Yeah, I have to point at stuff while I'm moving the
It's absurd.
character.
Have you considered training the shark to do the move control?
He doesn't have fingers. He's a little bit not capable of holding a controller.
But he's so cute though.
That he is. He does help a lot because I can like rest the controller and like then kind of move, like use my left hand on the right side of the controller if I just like.
Yeah, because you don't
there.
have to like hold it up necessarily. Yeah.
Yeah, so he is helping, just not as much as I'd hope. I think this is the second to last level. I honestly kind of forgot. I've been running this game like today constantly, and the levels just blend into each other by now.
So fair.
You just need one of these guys. You don't need to push the other one. There's a lot of stuff like this in this game where the game would want you to do more, but you can just go and not care. Like there's stuff up there that I would need, like this one, but I kinda just ignore it. Here's another kind of awkward holding phase. That worked out. There's a reason why I have the hand cam, because this is silly. It's rather difficult to do. Especially this part, because I need to grab stuff with the R1 while I hold the trigger on the move controller, so I'm using my middle finger to grab a Sackboy. So yeah, it's quite difficult. Oh, that's fine. Okay, that was fine. I usually do that death abuse a little bit differently, so I was a little worried.
I started like relearning all the games I run on mouse and keyboard because controllers hurt my hands, and you're like, you're making me feel very weak.
No, this does hurt, like it genuinely does, and like especially because I have really tiny hands, it doesn't help at all. Uppies and return to pod before actually completing the level again. There we go. And believe it or not, this is the last boss. We're already almost done. It's a very short and sweet run. So this boss has 2 phases with 3 hits each time, and I've honestly been messing this up. And I've been trying to practice like a lot, so I hope this goes well. This screen shade gives me motion sickness every single time, so this is a very painful game to run. I suffer for the sake of the memes. Oh, please, okay. That didn't hit. I don't even know what we're dropping into this T-Rex's mouth. I think they're like spicy berries or something. No clue. Oh yeah, if you blow these meteors or whatever at the right time, you might be able to like completely destroy one of these flying thingies that drop the berries in. It's really silly. Please, okay. Taking it slow and careful, just for the sake of getting everything on the first cycle. Then I just gotta do 3 hits. 1. 3. 1 more. Then I gotta actually get to the scoreboard, but that's the boss dead. And it should give me the platform, yep. And time's coming up in literally just a second. And that's time. Woo!
Hey. Let's go.
I was very shaky in the beginning, you could probably tell that. What's the time actually?
12:07.
That is a PB actually. I did PB earlier today with about 20, so that's a couple of seconds for a PB.
Heck yeah, let's go. GG.
My 3rd marathon PB.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't run this game much, so every time I do a marathon, I end up PBing.
You're like, huh, crazy what happens when I practice this game, huh?
Yeah.
Been there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that's this game. It's all I have for Sackboy.
Awesome. If folks want to find you, or if you've got any shoutouts or anything you want to share.
I mean, I stream on Twitch occasionally. I try to stream a little bit more, but I did take a really long break. But it's with firethieff. There's 2 F's in the end. Don't forget the extra one. I sometimes post drawings on Twitter. You could follow me there. I don't really have any shoutouts to give, I don't think. But just come check out the Little Big Planet speedrun community if you like floaty platformers or any sort of like PS3 era nostalgia. We're really happy to have any new runners, and we're still finding new stuff for Little Big Planet 1, despite it being like a really old game by now. Yeah, that's all I have. That's all I have to say, I think.
Heck yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you, everyone hanging out in chat as well, for being here with us and enjoying some prehistoric moves. Someone in chat saying there's a 40-second skip that was just found in Little Big Planet 1. That's wild. I love when games that old continue to be broken in new ways and new strats are still being discovered. And it's always fun when communities keep going for that long. We are currently working on getting our next run set up, Sonic Origins, with Snowball SMB. I think we're going to throw it real quick to a little interstitial. I gently wait for tech to confirm with me. All right. Probably. I will see y'all on the other side of that. All right, everybody. We are back from that interstitial, which was made by our runner, firethieff. You just love to see it. And I come back to you with some phenomenal news. That's right. We have met the all levels incentive for Pepper Grinder, thanks to a couple generous donations during that last run. We've got $6 from Xavier that says, from shovel to drill, the ground has no chance. As well as $10 from Chuckles. As someone who recently started playing Pepper Grinder, I need to see that incentive met. And great news, Chuckles, you did. You did see that incentive met. And I'm so happy for you. And happy for all of us who get to see Pepper Grinder, because the run is great. With that, I'm going to leave y'all in the loving arms of Banana Blitz trombone menu music, and we will be right back as soon as our next run is set up and ready to go.